Hello everyone, welcome to the Ask Bess video show, here every Saturday and Sunday at noon Eastern Time. This is a show where you can ask questions of a body-mind therapist, a holistic health practitioner, a coach. You can ask any questions about business, life, health, career, job, network marketing, communication, weight loss, spiritual fulfillment, all of those things. For 30 years, I've been a body-mind therapist, holistic health practitioner, and the last 10 years niched down to being a coach for network marketers. They call me the shrink of MLM because I help people to bust through fears and negative beliefs real fast. So welcome, Michael. How are you? Glad to see you. And if you are watching, if anyone here is watching the replay, please type in replay because I'd like to thank you for that. So today's topic is how to create your most perfect, your most wonderful, your awesome, how to design your 2020. So I'm going to talk about planning because it's the end of the year, and it's a good time to talk about that. First of all, my message here, as the purpose of my show is to give you this message. You matter. I hear you. I'll respond. Anything you're going through, you're bigger than that. You're bigger than any problem before you. Every problem has a solution, and it's often right within reach. And you don't have to do it alone. I'll help. So maybe I should let you know where I'm speaking from Swami's Beach, Encinitas, California. And can you see this beautiful landscape? You can see the ocean out here, a little bit of a foggy day out here. It's just beautiful to be back in California. Where I spent 30 years here. I'm here visiting my new little grandchild. And it's been a wonderful month, a wonderful visit with her. Just as an example, I'll share a little bit about the planning that it took to get here and how much of a planner I am. But first, let me just invite a few people here. Want to let people know we're on and that they can come on and join. And so I'm going to invite Jim and Jerry, and Nancy, Teresa, Becky, Tom, Marina, David, Sherry, Benny, Joyce, Rob, Carol. These are people who all love personal growth, and so I love sharing with them. So where are you watching from? What's the weather like where you are? And are you preparing for the new year? Have you thought about that? Or just trying to get through Christmas? Having gotten through the Thanksgiving time. I wonder how many people here have given thought to the new year. Please type in yes, because you're in the right place. I'd like to offer some cool tips today about planning for your new year, not just planning, but designing it and making sure that is what you love, what you want, it follows your values, and will bring you the joy and the courage to go for it, rather than getting to the end of the year and saying, oh man, I didn't do this again. Somehow, what stopped me from reaching my dreams? So I'm just inviting a few more people here, and we will begin with a few stories. And then I'm going to share with you my Real Conversations process, self-help process, where you can solve any problem in minutes. Guaranteed. It's simple formula that I've designed to help people. Okay, so that's enough inviting here. Welcome, Shamala. Always almost front row seat here. It's raining, but it's freezing. Yeah, South Africa. So there's a number of good friends from South Africa that like to come on these shows, and welcome to you. So, it's summertime, but we have winter weather. That's what I thought. You're kind of the opposite of the U.S. here, where it's winter. Hello, Iodel. Welcome. So, if you would like to be on my text list for text reminders for this show, please private message me on Facebook. Your best number to do that, or I can use Facebook Messenger, and be glad to give you, put you on my list of one of the many people that I remind right before the show. So, and every week, what do we talk about? anything that can help you. Remember that you can write in a question of a topic or a question that you like me to cover. It can be anonymous, so you can say, don't use my name, but would you address this or that question? So it's like free coaching, and you can Facebook message me that question about anything: health, wealth, love, communication, relationships, jobs, careers, network marketing, kids, health, weight loss, spiritual fulfillment, any of that. So that's what this show actually covers. Anything that you're stuck or blocked in. That's what I do, help people to get unstuck and to go forward and reach their dreams and goals. So the topic today is planning. And I happen to love planner. It's just in my nature and my personality, being an S-type or steady type personality of the DISC personalities. I happen to love planning and looking ahead. Sometimes I drive myself crazy with details, but it really makes the trip smooth. Like when I come to San Diego, I plan the itinerary. I get the maps ready on my phone. You know where I'm going to go. I know where I'm going to get my organic juice. I know where I'm going to get my organic meats. I know where everything is, and anticipate any obstacles that could come up and have things ready to go. As far as itinerary or travel, or people that I will see and things I want to bring for them. In the days that I'm going to do what do I really, really want to do with my trip? What do I really, really want to accomplish? I want to see my granddaughter. I want to see other friends. And what are my main values, my main priorities that I have for this trip? So, because it's a limited time. And so I want to make sure at the end of the trip that I said I did everything that I intended to do. And the planning makes it work. The planning takes a little time up front, like, a week or two of writing down things that I want to remember in details. But I get all those ready in my suitcase and on my phone, and the things that I will need to do for business while I'm gone, the bills that I'll need to pay, and the addresses and the phone numbers and the account numbers and all that stuff, and even envelope and stamps and everything that I could pay from where I am. So the planning takes a little bit, but it makes things run smooth. It makes things run like a dance, so that the time can be optimized and everything connects and everything's smooth, like when you're dancing with a partner and you put out your elbow and they grab and they link your elbow and swing you around because you two connected at exactly the same time and with the music. So the music is like life, and then, the clock is almost like my partner that I make sure that everything flows seamlessly. So, welcome, Bridget. How are you? Glad to see you. Glad to see everybody. Thank you for joining in. If you're getting value, I'd love if you comment, if you tag people in the comments or share with another Facebook group that could be getting value at the same time. That's cool, because I love to think beyond ourselves and love to help other people too. So with the planning, it does take time, but I happen to love efficiency. I happen to love dance. I used to for several years, took tango, which is a very hard dance, and swing, and these involve a partner, and I like that best of all because of the teamwork that it takes. And it's a teamwork with life, too. My favorite show as a kid was Mission Impossible, because of the cool timing. They had to have split-second timing, but it made everything work, and it saved lives, and accomplished their mission. But there's always a team of like 3 to 5 people to pull off this, like the spy mission. But they had to plan it in detail and plan the timing, who's going to be here when, and make sure that you're not a second late, because the bomb could go off if you do. So I just thought that was very adventurous, and I always liked that. So I am a planner because I don't like problems, and I like things to run smoothly, and because I just kind of get a charge out of that. Think how things can work. Maybe I have a military past life or something like that, where I was on like a Mission Impossible, but that's what I enjoy. So I have a little tip for you for New Year's planning. Well, a few of them, but I'm going to start out with a fun one first. So in this New Year's exercise, and I got this exercise from my coach's coach, Christian Michelson, and it was just a cool idea that I enjoy passing on. And he says, to plan your next new year, imagine yourself sitting by your pool at the end of 2020, at the end of next year. You're sitting by your pool and a reporter comes over to interview you about what did you do in 2020 and how did you accomplish it. So what you do is you sit and you tell this reporter all that you did and how that you did it. And this is your planning for the coming year, actually. So what you accomplished and how you did it over the year. That's sort of like working backwards, isn't it? Working from the end, going forward. So that is one way to plan your 2020. What do you want to have done by the end of it? What do you want to have known if you were going to be interviewed in an article or a newscast? What would you say that you have accomplished? What would make you feel good? And it's said that if we fail to plan, we plan to fail. Because what's going to happen if we don't plan? Somebody else's plan is going to take over, right? Even for our life. And that's what many people view jobs as about. If I don't plan my life, somebody else is going to plan it for me. Or my employer is going to use my energy to achieve their goals. So I better know my goals. I better know what I value. What are my priorities? What do I want to make sure happens in my life? And so let's apply this to 2020. What do I like? What do I value? Good questions. Thank you for the likes and loves. I appreciate them. And if you are looking at year 2020, please type in yes, because I want to acknowledge you for that, for planning ahead and looking ahead, and for you're in the right place being on the show. So looking ahead at 2020, what do I like? What do I value? What will I be bummed out if I do not accomplish in 2020? What am I tired of putting off? What would I reach the end of the year and say, oh man, I didn't do that again. I let it go. I didn't make sure it happened in my life. I thought, oh, next year I'll get to it, right? I put it off. I procrastinated. So what do you value most in your life? Forget the word can't right now and just write down what you value, and don't worry about figuring out how. You've heard the phrase, right? Tell the world and then figure it out. Say yes to your dreams. Say yes to an opportunity. Tell the world, then figure it out. But follow your heart. Do follow your dreams. Yes, we need to be practical, and but when we help a lot of people, that is what pays us the most too. So, what will you accomplish in 2020? How many people will you help? Because our income is a measure of the people that we've helped, right? So, who will you help? How will you help them? How do you want to be paid? How much do you want to be paid? What will you do with that money? These are your goals and your whys and your values. So write this down. It's very important too. It's shown that our goals and activities are most likely done when we write them down, and also when we tell another person. That's the purpose of getting a coach, a mentor. It could be airplane, cross-line, in network marketing. Well, that's why a lot of people hire me as a coach. I'm working with people right now to help them get unstuck in their life, in their dreams, and move forward. And it isn't always easy to do by ourselves, or else they would have done it already by themselves. So a coach can help you definitely get there faster, easier, better, and farther. Or a mentor, or a support person, or a buddy, or enlisting the help of a hopefully professional support person who's not going to buy into your excuses, because they might have their own excuses, and if you both do, then you support each other in excusing each other. It can be a trap. So get someone who is really accomplishing things in their life, who's a professional at helping people to get unstuck, holding their feet to the fire, and helping them to be accountable. Get a good support person for 2020, but do write out your goals and plans and what dates you want to accomplish them. Now, I promised also, I wonder if this helps you, or at least to think about taking it the next step of thinking about next year. Maybe it's sharpened what you were planning anyway, or maybe it's given you a little tip or two. If you got a takeaway, I'd love to hear what that is so I can know what you value. And your takeaways are also a good summary for the people who watch the live afterward. Okay, so I also promised to share with you my 4-step self-help process called Real Conversations, helping people to get unstuck in minutes. This is a lifelong project that I'll be teaching for the rest of my life. I've been teaching it now for 30 years since I created it about 30 years ago, helping people to get unstuck in 4 simple steps, because I just noticed, well, how do I solve my problems and how do I help my clients and students solve problems? And it seemed to follow 4 simple steps. There seemed to be a pattern of acknowledging the problem, and then discovering the emotion behind it, because that can tip us into the need that's under that, because every problem is a sign of an unmet need, and then discovering the solution to that need. So 4 simple steps: the problem, the emotion under that, the need under that, and then how to solve that need in a healthy way, not the problem way. Because every problem is a sign of an unmet need. It's just that simple. How do you know your needs? A lot of times they're hidden. So I've been a study of many, many years of the needs, including Maslow and other people, and my own observations. I put them together in a chart for you, Real Conversations charts, very, very valuable chart of a chart of one of the boxes is about emotions that we can identify, another one's the needs that we have, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual needs. So I put these together, compiled these in a chart from my work and from all the people out there who have done work about human needs. Put this in a chart for you so that you can look on that third box in the chart, the box of needs, and say, what do I need in any given situation? Like if you feel, let's take a problem right now. You feel frustrated in the past because your New Year's resolutions haven't worked and you're scared to make them this year. Okay, the emotion could be fear, could be embarrassment, could be guilt, could be shame. The need under that could be the skills. The need could be for an accountability person like a coach. The need could be to write them more specifically. The need could be to set deadlines. Well, the need is to be functional, actually. And the solution is all these things I just mentioned. You might need to write them out more detailed, divide the year into months or quarters, and say at the end of this month I will do this or this toward my goal. This is how I'm going to earn my money. This is how I'm going to help people. In network marketing, we know that helping people is by doing prospecting, by contacting people and letting them know what you have, letting them know the options that are out there for their lives, and letting them choose, of course. But how can they know if you haven't contacted them, if you haven't let them know how they can be home with their kids, how they can fire a bad boss, how they can retire their husband, how they can have a dignified retirement, how can they get debt free? Network marketing is the best vehicle I know for all of these things. That is why I'm a coach for network marketers. That's why I'm a dedicated generic coach. I won't be in a company again, but I was full-time for years. Helped me raise my son as a single mom, but I'm a dedicated generic coach right now, helping people in network marketing, but also in all areas of business and life. That's what I do. For the last 30 years, this is my calling, rather than be in a network marketing company. So this is how I help people, the Real Conversations process. I have Shamala says, yes, awesome, awesome. I have some free tools for you worth $250 I'm going to post. It's a Real Conversations self-help tools. I'm going to post that link so that you can find it. And on that same link, you can also find a class. It's on Tuesday nights. It's very powerful, where people call in and get live coaching on any issue that you're going through. You can ask any questions. It can even be anonymous. It's not recorded for privacy. So you can use the free tools. If you want a little more help, you can get into the class. If you want more help than that, that's when people call me for private coaching. So I hope that this helps. Remember that you can private message me on Facebook a question that you'd like me to address on this show, which is every Saturday and Sunday at noon Eastern Time. Or you can let me know if you want a text reminder before each show. Just let me know the best number to do that for you, or to leave it on Facebook Messenger. I'll be glad to do that. So thank you, everyone, for watching. I hope you design and plan and dream and know that your dreams can come true. We aren't given dreams unless, anything you can dream, you can achieve. I believe a dream comes from something beyond us, has a purpose. Let's not ignore them. Let's embrace them. Let's give them a chance to be birthed and come true and play out in our lives and other people's lives. We'll be most fulfilled at the end of our life when we do that. And what can be better than helping other people? And that includes us in the process, right? We're just as important. We're not to negate ourselves, but everything that we do can can be for both. And let's have fun. Thank you all for watching. See you tomorrow. The topic tomorrow is helping women in network marketing. I want to address a beautiful video that Marina Worry made a day or two ago that really touched my heart. And it touched into exactly what I do for network marketing women, supporting them. It's not an easy road. Anybody who's going for success, you're asking for trouble. And that trouble makes us grow. So that is what I'm here to do, to facilitate, to help and support women, especially women in network marketing. And because anytime we step up, we are going to run into challenges. And that's guaranteed. The trouble is guaranteed. But we embrace it because we know it helps us grow, right? And because then we can become greater and even help more people. So I'll speak about this tomorrow, my support for women in network marketing, and Marina's video that she did. Thank you, Shamala, for being on, and Bridget, and Iodel, and Michael, and everybody watching the replay, and everybody that's going to pass this principle on either in their lives or to other people. Thank you very much. And we'll see you guys tomorrow at noon Eastern Time every Saturday and Sunday. Ask Bess show. Thank you. Leave a comment below. Let's keep the discussion going. Love to hear a takeaway. Love if you share. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.